on the track, baby. On the track, baby.
Hello. We are live on the Dimdim Sports Show. There we go. Yes. Welcome to the Dimdim Sports Show. The Dimdim Sports Show is your sports show on the Kilimanjaro Radio, your best Afro and online radio, not only in North America, but in the whole wide world, because, ladies and gentlemen, you can listen to us in the whole wide world, or obviously, right? So your tuning app is right now, we are on air on our tuning app, right? And with your tuning app, just look for Kilimanjaro Radio, and you can listen to us in the car, at home, everywhere. Or you can go to www.kmgradio.com, okay, and also listen to us on air. Otherwise, if you are on a network, social network, right, so you can connect to me on Dimdim Biba on Facebook, or right now on the Dimdim Sports Show Facebook, and we are live right now. So you can see me and listen to me at the same time. And also, of course, we are connected to YouTube, and on YouTube, please subscribe to the Kilimanjaro Radio page, to the Kilimanjaro Radio channel, right, on YouTube right now. So we are live. Just look on YouTube, look for Kilimanjaro Radio, and you can listen to me live right now. You can listen to any show that happens on this radio, on this station, your best station that resembles you and us, right? And we are live right now. Okay, so today, we've taken a break because of the NBA All-Star game, right? And today we are gonna talk about, obviously, as usual, multiple topics. Usually we don't talk about UFC, but we have our fellow African Nigerian who was competing, right? He was competing for a belt, so we have to talk about that. We have also another fight that's going to happen in 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, with another fellow African, and we'll talk about that next. And then next we're going to switch to soccer. We have news for the Champions League. On the Champions League, we have some great news, some scores, and we talk about that. And of course, and today we're going to focus on the EPL, the English Premier League. Okay, the English Premier League is the hottest soccer league right now. Okay, and obviously we're going to switch back to North America with the NBA. Basketball is going on, and the NBA is happening. We had the All-Star game, and the All-Star game is marking the switch from the first to the second half. Okay, and then we're going to talk about some NFL news if we have any. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned with the program.
on the track, baby. On the track, baby. On the track, baby.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dimdim Sports Show. The Dimdim Sports Show is on every Sunday, 5 p.m. to whatever, right? 1 hour, 2 hours, depending on when we have a guest or not. But every Sunday we're here live. You know, we have some exceptions. Like last week, we had a break. With the NBA All-Star game, right? So the sports show is here for you each and every Sunday, right here from the studio, Kilimanjaro Radio Studio, live on air, right? And also live on social media. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I just announced, we talk about UFC. Israel Adesanya was undefeated. He had like 20 fight and wins and zero defeat. And then last on March last week, basically almost 2 weeks ago, he had a fight against Blachowicz, and he lost. So that's one news. It's pretty much, like I said, it's the first time he's losing, so it's a news. It's a big news, right? He was fighting for the light heavyweight championship, so he lost by unanimous decision. They had 3 referees, and he listened to the scores. You know, it was pretty tight. Well, not that pretty tight, but it was unanimous decision. All three referees, you know, decided that he lost. Of course, he got beat up pretty bad. That guy is pretty good, Blachowicz. So 49-46 for the first one, 49-45, and 49-45 as well. So this is what happened with him. So thing is, he wanted to win 3 championships, you know, to have the belt for 3 championships. It would have been the first time in UFC history. If he beat Jan Blachowicz, he would have his 3rd belt. So it's 205-pound belt, and so basically now that we know this, we know that we have another heavy fight. So it's Ngannou, which is another African, you know, from Cameroon. Of course, you know that Israel Adesanya is from Nigeria. Okay, so there will be a possibility for Adesanya to meet Ngannou, but Ngannou has to fight first, and of course Adesanya lost. So who knows? Right now Adesanya is a reigning middleweight champion. Right, he had 20 and nothing, you know, 20 wins and 0 defeat right now. And then he just fought with to Blachowicz. So that was a 205-pound category. He said he's going to return to the 105-pound division. You know, these guys, they can pretty much play with the weight, with the body. Okay, he can decide to gain weight. He can decide to lose weight. So, you know, that's amazing, actually. It's not just a fight that you see, but there's a lot of work that they put behind, you know, the diet, the training, you know, to lose weight and gain weight. You know, it's not just that fight that you see on TV where you screaming at, oh man, be faster, you know, be stronger. You know, they have to do much more than that. So Francis Ngannou is supposed to fighting on March 27 for the heavyweight against Miocic. Okay, so March 27 at the main event of UFC 260. So don't miss that. Okay, and the winner of that is expected to face the former light heavyweight king John Jones, right? Who actually fight before against Adesanya. You know, so Adesanya, if he win his fight, if he did win his fight, he would have actually asked to fight against Jones. So, right. So Behrman, he's, the planner, the manager, he said, right, that Adesanya, in the ideal world, you know, will have, you know, gone straight for the winner of the match, Miocic versus Ngannou, right? That was the expected fight. So we were waiting for Ngannou to win. I don't know, Ngannou versus Miocic, and then if Adesanya won, he would have, you know, meet Miocic and Ngannou. So we just lost the opportunity to see Ngannou versus Adesanya. You know, of course, Adesanya has work to do to gain weight because Ngannou is in a heavy weight category. So, anyways, so we see what's going to happen, and you know, let's see. So, anyways, Adesanya lost. That's the first news of tonight. All right.
If they were on the track, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, so now we're going to talk about soccer. We're going to switch to soccer, and we're going to switch to the Champions League. So Champions League is happening. It's the phase of the 16th finals. So the week before, we talked about those two games. Borussia. So Borussia Dortmund played. They played Sevilla, and that was a return. Okay, so Borussia and Sevilla tied. They tied 2 goals to 2, right? And that means Dortmund is going ahead and Sevilla is out of the league, of the league championship. And also Juventus. Juventus actually they were trailing 2 goals to 1 against Porto, and that's pretty much a surprise, of course, because you have Juventus. The Italian championship is better than the Portuguese championship, and Porto led Juventus 2-1, right? And this time back to Italy, Juventus couldn't reverse the goal difference, so they beat Porto 3 goals to 2. Okay, and they are tied, but 4 goals to 4, and but there's the home court goals. The goals away, and of course, Porto scored more goals than Juventus. So Juventus is out of the league. That means Cristiano Ronaldo, the best scorer in the world, right, is out of the league, the Champions League. So the day after, there was a hope for a remontada, ladies and gentlemen, by the Barcelona fans against PSG, but The game was not that great from PSG, but they hold on to it. They draw 1-1, right? A goal by Kylian Mbappe. Okay, Kylian Mbappe by a very nice penalty kick, and a goal by Messi. So the game finished 1-1, and Barcelona is eliminated. Right, they're out of the league, and the total score is 5-2. So remember that PSG beat Barcelona 4-1 in Barcelona. So also Liverpool, they have a clean sheet against Leipzig, the German club. They beat them 2-0 in the first game, and in the return game they beat them again 2-0. So total score 4-0. All right. So we have the next matches that's gonna happen. Is gonna be Chelsea, Atletico Madrid. Chelsea is leading 1-0. Bayern Munich, Lazio, and Bayern Munich is leading 4-1. And second, that's the first day. That was the second day. And the first day we're gonna have Atalanta, Real Madrid. Real Madrid is leading 1-0. And Manchester City is leading the German club Mönchengladbach 2-0. So on the 16th, Real is meeting Atalanta. Manchester City is meeting Gladbach. And the next day, Wednesday, the big game, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, is going to be a very, very big game. We know that those two, they meet a lot during the Champions League. So, and Bayern Munich versus Lazio, of course. Okay, now, so we're going to switch.
Canadians are dying of overdoses every day. Stigma is making it harder for people to get help. Addiction is a treatable medical condition.
The English Premier League, right? This is the hottest soccer league in the world. If you don't agree, you come to me and comment, on the Facebook live right now. But this is what it is. So let's talk about the Premier League. Okay. All right. So, what big game we had? So let's follow the big guys. So Manchester City beat Southampton during the week on March 10, right? 5-2. And then we have Chelsea. Chelsea beat Everton 2-0, right? That was March 8th. There was a big game, March 7th. We talked about it last week. So Manchester United beat Manchester City. That was a surprise because Manchester City is actually the best team right now. And Fulham beat Liverpool. Actually, that's one of the greatest, weird news in the English league is that actually Liverpool will not make. There's big chances actually, and I'm sure that's what it is. Liverpool will not make the Champions League next year because they are out of the range, right? To meet the Champions League in England, you have to be, part of the fourth, right? Between 1 and 4. So Liverpool is doing very, 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 very bad in the English league. Who knows? Maybe they are keeping their energy for the Champions League. I don't know. I think it's an excuse. Okay. All right. And March 10, Manchester City beat Southampton 5-2. Aston Villa draw with Newcastle. Chelsea draw with Leeds United, a new score of 0-0. Manchester City beat Fulham 3-0, and Everton lost again. Today, there was a big game. Actually, it's a big game, but those two teams, they are very famous, from London, but they are not competing for the Champions League. They are very, 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 very down in the ranking. They are like in the middle. Okay, so Arsenal beat Tottenham today, 2-1. So it started like 33-minute. Lamela scored a goal for Tottenham, and then Odegaard scored the equalizer for Arsenal, and then there was a penalty kick, and like I said, transformed the penalty kick. So Arsenal is getting away with a victory. Manchester United had a win 1-0 against West Ham United, and so like I said in the table, Manchester City is first with 71 points, and that's what we call in Africa a first without second, because the second is down with 57 points. Second is Manchester United, right? They're like 14 points apart. So it's pretty much it for Manchester City, because there's 8 games remaining, and it will be a miracle if Manchester City doesn't take care of the league. So we'll see. Mathematically they're still there. They're probably gonna win the league mathematically, but mathematically they're not there yet, but theoretically, it's Manchester City, right? So they should win the league. It has to be something like they lose all their 8 remaining games, and then Manchester United win all their 8 remaining games for Manchester United to be champion. Also, Leicester City is close to Manchester United. They are 56 points, so they're third. Chelsea is fourth with 51 points. They are, if they're still going that way, they're gonna be in the Champions League automatically. West Ham United is fifth, so they can be in the Europa League with 48 points. Just 3 points apart from Chelsea. So Tottenham is 7 and Liverpool is 8. Actually, it's still possible for Liverpool to be, if Chelsea and West Ham United do very, very bad, to be, at least in the Europa League, okay? Because they are 8 and they are 43 points, just like 8 points apart from Chelsea, and they're still around. They still have like 11 games to play. So yeah, they're still there. Arsenal is 10. Yeah, Tottenham is 7. They can come back. Remember, first half of the league, Tottenham was first, and they just dropped the points down. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dimdim Sports Show. Please connect to the Dimdim Sports Show on www.kmgradio.com every Sunday from 5 p.m. All right, and connect to the Kilimanjaro radio station, your best Afro radio in North America and worldwide online. Okay, it's tune in up during the week. We have great musical show, DJ playing during the week from Monday to Thursday, and Friday we have the Weekend Vibe show where we have live animation, live with MC Maestro on the Weekend Vibes and me. On Saturday we have great shows, and on Sunday you have the Dimdim Sports Show. So also connect to YouTube, look for Kilimanjaro Radio, subscribe. Okay, and right now I'm live on Facebook, of course. Look for Dimdim Sports Show, and we are live right now. So it's interactive. Don't feel shy. If you have questions, just connect to the Facebook Live or the YouTube, and I can see your questions or reaction, and we can interact. Okay. All right. So stay tuned for the next with North America sport, NBA, and NFL. Stay tuned.
If they were on the track, baby.
Power music, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the show. So we're going to talk about NBA and some NFL news. All right. Power music, bitch.
If they go on the track, baby. If they go on the track, baby.
Find your FAQ at the LCBO.
All right.
What is organic wine? It's wine farmed with the earth in mind.
From the west side,
south side.
I'm in Gresham.
I grew up right around here.
I moved to the Chicago area when I was 3.
I came to Chicago in 1957.
The streets of Chicago are tough. I came from the darkness.
I had to fight my way around.
I literally was nobody.
How does the MC get heard? You gotta go everywhere.
All over the city.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so back to North America with NBA basketball. Last week we had the prestigious All-Star game from the NBA. So NBA did a very good job, a great job to maintain the All-Star game despite the fact that there were a lot of players that were not really keen. They were not really keen to continue and play the All-Star game, with the fact that they had a shortened, wait period or rest period between the end of the finals. It happened late because during the pandemic, the NBA had to figure out what to do. And they had to stop the game for now and then resume, and then it led to a late finish of the season, and of course a late finish of the season, and of course they had also to decide to resume the 2021 season, and of course the decision was to decide if they have to continue with the All-Star game break. So they decided to go on with that. There was pretty much no fans in the stand physically. The fans were virtually there. They were screened with people watching, and they decided to shorten. Usually the All-Star game celebration is a big weekend, actually the All-Star weekend. So that this time it was All-Star game day. Okay, they had a 1 week break, but everything happened in one day. Usually you have on Friday you usually have the celebrity. So the celebrity playing basketball. You'll see a retired NBA player, or a movie star, like Kanye West, or usually a comedian, like Kevin Hart, playing ball, during they call it the celebrity game, and then that's usually on Friday, and then they have a rookie game on Friday, okay, and then on Saturday that's where they have the skills challenge, the dunk contest, and the 3 points contest, and then on Sunday they only have the All-Star main game. But this year, because of the pandemic, to restrict, the chances for contamination, so they decided to have it in one game. So here was the format. They had the skill challenge and the dunk contest during halftime, right? And they had the 3-point shot before the game, same game where he started before the game. Okay, so what we had is let's start with the skill challenge. So the skill challenge winner was Sabonis. Sabonis is he's a player from Indiana. He's a big man, Domantas Sabonis. He played against Julius Randle, right? Well, he competed against Julius Randle, and then Luka Doncic, and then Nikola Vucevic, right? So the finals were only big men. So the skill challenge is really about skills like dribbling and shooting, not dunking. So usually the big men are not supposed to do well, but this time, the big men did it, and it's the fourth time that the big men win that challenge, right? Okay, and so next was during halftime was the dunk contest. So first there was a 3-point contest right before the game, and Stephen Curry wins for the second time the 3-point contest. 3-point contest, sponsored by MTNU, and Stephen Curry was in the final against Mike Conley of the Utah Jazz, Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors, of course. So he synced like that was pretty amazing, right? So I think he synced like 38 points, 38 against Mike Conley, right? So he started with 31 in the first round, right? He synced like 4 due zone deep 3 ball. You know that they added those deep, green ball, pretty deep. It's pretty far. Okay, that was against Devin Booker. Sorry, not Devin Booker, but against Conley. So Devin Booker actually got injured. He got replaced. So, yeah. And now let's talk about the dunk contest. The dunk contest was the win was by the Blazers Simmons, Anthony Simmons. So the dunk contest was not one of the greatest, but you know, Simmons had a good performance, right? He had a kiss. He jumped high to the rim and he kissed the rim before dunking. You know, that was one of the highlights. So, yep, exactly. So that's the first time he's been winning the contest. Now, so talking about the game itself.
Trying to get tickets.
I ain't getting no tickets.
Tattoo is not removable.
So, Team LeBron. So as we talked last week, it's Team LeBron versus Team Durant. So LeBron in the West was the number 1 in the vote, and Kevin Durant was number 1 in the vote in the East. Kevin Durant didn't play because he was injured. In the West, Anthony Davis didn't play; he was injured. He was replaced by James Harden, and then Devin Booker, who was supposed to play, you know, from Phoenix, was supposed to play, also got injured late in the game, very late in the before the competition, and he was also replaced by Mike Conley. Okay, so Team LeBron win the game versus Team Durant. The game was played in 4 quarters. It's been already 2 years since the passing of Kobe Bryant. So they decided to have this format where you have the first quarter. Whoever wins the first quarter is gonna donate to a charity of its own choice. Okay, so just to let you know, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were part of the All-Star game roster that was voted. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons was chosen by the media, but because they had, with the contact tracing, with the NBA protocol, they couldn't play because their barber contracted COVID-19. So because it's their barber and they got in contact with him, they couldn't play at all. Even though they tested negative, the protocol says you cannot play at all. So they were replaced. They were replaced by Jason Tatum. Actually, Jason Tatum was a reserve, and he replaced Joel Embiid in the starting blocks. Okay, so Team LeBron win the first quarter 40-29 just by 1 point. Second quarter, Team LeBron win again 60-41, and then we have the festivity. They rested. Third quarter, Team LeBron again wins, right? So the format is like this. So basically, the best team during the first 3 quarters, we take their score, and you add Kobe's number, which is 24. So you add 24 points to the best team, during the 3 quarters. So for this game, when you do that math, the target score was 170. So the team has to score 170 to win the game. Okay, so they take the scores from the 3 quarters. So the team who are losing during the 3 quarters has to score more than 24. So they have to reach the 170. So in the end, what happened is that Team LeBron reached the 170 quicker, even though Team Durant beat them 25 points to 24. Okay, if you remember that, it was sealed by 3 points by Damian Lillard. The score were 167 to 150, and Damian Lillard, shot almost from half court, put the 3 points to 170, and the game was over. So Team LeBron win. And obviously the tradition is that you have to have the MVP, the Kobe Bryant MVP. They named the MVP trophy to Kobe, with the Kobe Bryant name. And Giannis Antetokounmpo won the MVP. Giannis Antetokounmpo, just to note that Giannis Antetokounmpo had 16 shots. He made all his shots. He was 16 of 16, on the court with 3 points. Usually, you know that Giannis is not a great 3-point shooter, but he had 16 out of 16. So Giannis Antetokounmpo, from Nigeria and Greece, won the MVP award. Okay, so switching to the regular NBA. The regular NBA resume, and let's talk about the Raptors. The Raptors are doing bad again, so I will put it on the fact that before the All-Star game, because of contact tracing and the NBA protocols, the Raptors had to miss some games. They had a lot of players missing the game because of that. Amongst the players there was Pascal Siakam, okay, Fred VanVleet. So it was a pretty bad week for the Raptors, not only with protocol-wise, but with the games after. So the Raptors resumed on March 11. They played against Atlanta. During the 3 quarters, they were leading. It was like a blowout win, almost 20 points, and they lost the lead. Just to note that game, Pascal didn't play, right? Siakam didn't play. VanVleet didn't play. Adebayo didn't play. So it was a depleted roster. But despite that, they were leading. They were leading for like 3 quarters, and then last minute, Tony Snell put in a 3 points as a dagger, and the Raptors lost that game 121 to 120 by 1 point. That's heartbreaking. Even the coach didn't coach that game because he was still within the contact tracing protocol. So not only that, after that, the Raptors met yesterday the Charlotte Hornets. It's a pretty good team this year, but not that great. Not supposed to be that bad, that better than the Raptors. And the Charlotte Hornets beat the Raptors 114 and 104. But we have a good news, well, not a good news, but it's not a news, but it's an accomplishment by Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, by the way, that rumors are saying he's gonna leave because he sold his house in Toronto, $5 million. His house was sold, but he said people are lying. It's funny how people are lying. He's not thinking about leaving. Okay, so Kyle Lowry is saying he's staying. So Kyle Lowry by the way, had an accomplishment. He beat the milestone. He's now the second best scorer ever with Toronto Raptors, just behind DeMar DeRozan. So he beat Chris Bosh. So he was the third best scorer, and he just passed Chris Bosh, and he's now the second. So they lost against the Hornets, and today we'll see what's gonna happen. The Raptors are playing the Chicago Bulls in the United States Center in Chicago. So we'll see. Let's go Raptors! Let's go Raptors! Okay. So some news, other news. We also have Carmelo Anthony. He just passed Hakeem Olajuwon for 11 on the NBA All-Star, all-time scoring list. So the Los Angeles Lakers are the number one team in merchandise sale, the jersey and anything else. Okay, so that's one thing. There are some rumors, of course. One thing that you should know, that Blake Griffin just got bowed out by the Detroit Pistons, and now he's been recruited by not other than the Brooklyn Nets. So the Brooklyn Nets are a super team right now, ladies and gentlemen. James Harden, Kevin Durant when he's back healthy, Kyrie Irving, and now Blake Griffin when he's back healthy. So it looks like it could be another Lob City. You know, remember Blake Griffin played with the Clippers with DeAndre Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan is playing right now with the Brooklyn Nets. So let's see what's going to happen. Right now, the Brooklyn Nets are second behind the Philadelphia Sixers. All right. So, another news, it's a sad news, is that just a couple of days after he got back, Joel Embiid got injured in the knee. He went in, dunked pretty nasty, and he had a nasty landing, and that was pretty scary. But the good news is, you know, the gods, Africa gods, and Africa is behind him. You know, despite the people who are saying that Joel Embiid is not do anything to Africa, but he's donating to Philadelphia. Doesn't matter. So he's back. It looks like the MRI noted that there's no structural damage, so he's going to be back in 2 weeks. Okay, so Joel Embiid is back. So let's hope for Joel Embiid to be back in his MVP form, and so that we have Joel Embiid win his first MVP. To be, the best player in the league. So everyone behind Joel Embiid, go Joel, and speedy recovery, Godspeed. Okay. All right, so in the standings, things are changing. Okay, the Miami Heat, like 2 weeks ago, they were like far away from the playoff berth, and now the Miami Heat are back. They are number 4 behind the Milwaukee Bucks, who are third, and the Brooklyn Nets are second, trailing just by half game behind the Philadelphia Sixers. The Philadelphia Sixers is the second best team in the league behind the Utah Jazz. And they're best team in the league. I mean, the best team in the East, and the Brooklyn Nets are pretty close. So It's pretty tight on the top in the East. The Milwaukee Bucks are behind. They're third. They only are 2 games behind the first, behind Philadelphia. Miami is like 6 games behind Philadelphia. The Charlotte Hornets are there. They're 5th. The Boston Celtics 6th. The New York Knicks 7. And the Atlanta Hawks beating the Raptors last time. They are up now to 8. They are part of the playoff picture. The Raptors again went out of the playoff picture. That's pretty bad. We'll see what's going to happen. The Pacers are 9 and the Raptors are 10. Chicago Bulls is coming, they're 11. So right now Raptors is 9 games behind Philadelphia. Okay, so we still have hopes, and let's see. Let's switch to the West. In the West, the Utah Jazz is the best team in the league, ladies and gentlemen, with a percentage of .75, .757. So 28 games and 9 losses. The Phoenix Suns. It's a surprise, but not so a surprise since Chris Paul went there. They're actually the second team in the West. They're second team in the league with 25 wins and 12 losses. The Los Angeles Lakers 25 wins and 13 losses. They've been having a lot of losses, since Anthony Davis got out with injury, but they just won the game, their last game. And the Clippers are up and down. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. This is pretty deceiving, because we know that the Clippers are supposed to be the best defending team in the league. They have hustlers, right? They have Paul George, He's nicknaming himself playoff G. Anyways, so PG is there, Kawhi Leonard is there, they have Nicolas Batum, they have they have good hustlers. Anyways, the Portland Blazers are 5th. Denver Nuggets, they came back pretty good with 4 straight wins, and they just got beaten. They are 6th. The Spurs are still around 7, and the Dallas Mavericks, they're up and down now. Right now they are up in the playoff picture, number 8, with the Dallas Mavericks and Doncic. The Golden State Warriors are now out of the playoff picture. 19 wins, 19 losses, 50%. And the Grizzlies are hovering around. So, by the way, here is the way things are going to play out. Up until 6, you are automatically qualified to the playoffs. From 7 to 10, so number 7, 8, 9, and 10, you're going to have a play-in tournament, right? So 7 is going to play against 10 in each conference. 8 is going to play against 9 in each conference. And then the winner of each is going to be qualified for the playoffs. So that's how it's going to be now. So it's more games now, more competitive. So we'll see what's going to happen in the NBA. Okay, we have news from Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is saying he's going to be back. The only option for him is to play when he's fully back to his 100% healthy and fully back in form. Okay. All right. So in the NFL, we have some news. Let's browse around the news. A news that just happened a couple of hours ago, an hour ago. Drew Brees, the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, is retiring. He played for 20 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. He announced his retirement. So he's saying after 20 years as a player in the NFL, 15 years as a saint, it's time I retired from the game of football. Each day I powered my heart, that's Drew Brees' message, and soared into being your quarterback. Till the very end, I exhausted myself to give everything I had to the Saints organization, my team, and the great city of New Orleans. We shared some amazing moments together, many of which are emblazoned in our hearts and minds. I'm only retiring from playing football. I'm not retiring from New Orleans. So this is not a goodbye, rather a new beginning, right? So kudos to Drew Brees, and let's see what's going to happen, who's going to be replacing him, and what's going to happen with the New Orleans Saints. The Green Bay Packers re-signed Aaron Jones for 4 years, $48 million. But the other big news is that the Dallas Cowboys signed contract. They finally signed contract with Dak Prescott, their quarterback. You remember that they were hesitating. I say hesitating. They were hesitating, and he has a franchise tag, meaning a 1 year sort of contract, volatile, right? But now he signed a big contract. So is that good for the Cowboys or not? Anyways, so Dak Prescott, remember, he was injured. He had a broken ankle, and he says he's going to be ready when it matters. He got inspired by Alex Smith, actually, with the recovery. So it looks like things are looking good for Dak. So no worries, Dak fans. Yep. So, and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers extended, confirmed contract extension with Brady till 2022, and Brady is not taking max money because he wants the team to recruit, to give him the chances to win the Super Bowl again. So it's going to be something unbelievable to see someone at 40 years old, more than 40 years old, quarterback to win back-to-back Super Bowl. It never happened, so we see. Already that winning a back-to-back Super Bowl is pretty rare in the NFL. So going back to Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, he's going to be paid a maximum of $160 million over the next 4 years. That's a max contract. He's getting $40 million per year. Congratulations, Dak Prescott. Yeah, he's getting paid, at least. Yep. So, so what else in the NFL? So the NFL trading is happening. The trades are happening. There's a lot of stuff happening. The teams are putting themselves in shape. One thing is also remember that the Philadelphia Sixers also got rid of their current quarterback. So, yep. The Seahawks are keeping Russell Wilson as a quarterback. He doesn't want to go, but he wants the team to get better, right? So the Philadelphia Sixers also They are talking about Zach Ertz, their tight end, that they might trade. And like I said, they already traded their quarterback Carson Wentz to the Indiana Colts for 2 draft picks. So next year you're gonna see new teams, new quarterback, new leaders, and it's gonna be a pretty interesting league. All right. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, let's stay tuned with the news, and it's a windy Sunday here in Toronto. It's a pretty good weather in terms of temperature. Looks like winter is leaving finally. So ladies and gentlemen, hope that you're gonna spend a very, very good Sunday. This is the end of the show, and I wish you a very, very good Sunday. Don't forget to connect to your www.kmdradio.com, Kilimanjaro Radio. We have great music going on during the week, and during the weekend we have great live show like this one. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
If they go on the track, baby. On the track, baby. If you're on the track, baby.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. No worries, no worries. Next week, we'll be here live. KMDRadio.com, www.kmdradio.com. On Dimdim Biba Facebook, Dimdim Sports Show Facebook. This is the Dimdim Sports Show every week. Your weekly sports show on Sunday. Had some great news. UFC, Champions League, English Premier League, NBA, NFL. So we carry on, we keep going. All right. So connect to Kilimanjaro Radio on YouTube. On YouTube, Kilimanjaro Radio. Of course, also on Facebook if you want. No problem. Actually, so on YouTube, just look for Kilimanjaro Radio and subscribe for your best Afro online radio in North America, in Canada and the United States. It's the best. So and the show is recorded, of course, on YouTube and then on Facebook Live, Facebook videos. Okay. If you don't have time to visualize, you can use an app, TuneIn app. You know, it's a standard tuning app. It's a standard streaming app for podcast and radio. So just go there and look for Kilimanjaro Radio and you listen to us from Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday actually, Monday to Friday morning. We have DJ music, we're playing live, and from Friday to Sunday we have live shows like this one, Dimdim Sports Show every Sunday. All right.